Hey everyone, welcome to another video. My name is Noe, and in today's video we're going to be explaining whether or not you should be using debt to buy real estate and what are some of the pros and cons associated with using leverage, bank financing, or private lending in your real estate transactions. So the main reason why people use debt in financing their real estate purchases is because real estate can be expensive. If you're in a high market, such as LA, New York, Miami, and many parts of the US, then the average property might be $200,000 or $300,000, and that's out of reach for a lot of people. And so getting a mortgage can make real estate more affordable to you and help you get started. That's one of the pros of using debt in real estate. Another pro of using debt is that you can use other people's money to make yourself more money. So essentially, if you're buying a property that makes you 10% return per year and you're borrowing at 4%, then you're making a positive gain on that differential. Now, one of the negatives or the cons of using debt is that you're drastically increasing your risk exposure. So what does that mean? There's really two forms of risk that you're taking. You're taking cash flow risk, liquidity risk, and pricing risk, which has to do with the value of your home and the amount of debt that you put on it. So going back to the cash flow liquidity risk, if you're using a mortgage, then you have mortgage payments every single month. And so if one of your tenants moves out, or if you have a problem and you don't have money, then technically the bank could foreclose on you and you could lose your entire property. Now, the second thing that we're going to look at is pricing or kind of valuation risk. And so this happened to a lot of people back in 2008, where the market was going up. People took out mortgages here at the height of the market, and then when the market crashed, their real estate was worth less than what they had borrowed, and they were what's called underwater on their mortgage. So when you're using debt, you have more risk, but you're also increasing your financial return. And so I'm going to break down for you a numerical example now so that you can understand exactly how using debt can make you more money, and you'll also understand some of the risks and benefits associated with that. So stick with me. First, we're going to go into showing you how your cash-on-cash return can be increased, which is the amount of money that you make just from rental income. And then we're also going to show you how using leverage can really enhance your appreciation or the benefits that you get from buying real estate and having its value go up. So without further ado, let's crack right into it. So I have some notes here on this paper, and we're going to be writing and talking as we go along. So we're starting with an investment property for simple numbers that cost $100,000. Now, this property, we're going to say it rents for $1,000 a month, and the expenses are about 40%. So expenses will be $400, netting you a net operating income of $600 per month, or $7,200 per year. Now, if you were to buy this real estate for all cash, your return would be $7,200 divided by your initial investment of $100,000, and that would give you a 7.2% return, which is also called a cap rate in real estate. Okay, so now what I'm going to show you is what happens if you took a mortgage out for $80,000 and how that would affect your return. Not your cap rate, this will be your cash-on-cash return. So, it's your same house, but this time we're going to get a loan. And this loan is going to be for $80,000. So we're putting a 20% down payment. And from this, we're going to say that the payment every single month is $400 per month, which comes out to $4,800 per year. Now, this $4,800, is going to be cutting into your net OI. So we're going to do NOI of $7,200 $2,200 minus your debt payments, D, of $4,800, and that's going to give you a cash flow of $2,400 per year. Now, if you look at this number right here, you're going to say, wow, this $2,400 is a lot less than my $7,200. I'm making less money. And in a way that's true, but what we also have to account for is the fact that our down payment was only $20,000. So if I now take $2,400 divided by $20,000, my return is now 12%. So I'm making a 12% return because instead of putting $100,000 down and making $7,200 to make a 7.2% return, now I'm only putting $20,000, making $2,400 a year, which is a 12% return. And so what this lets me do is instead of buying one home, now I could buy 5 homes that each pay me $2,400, which would be $12,000. So now my same $100,000 is making me $12,000 versus $7,200. And so now I'm going to erase the whiteboard and show you what happens when real estate prices fluctuate and how that's going to affect your profit and loss. Okay, so in this example, we could either buy one home for $100,000, and we're going to assume in this example that all the homes over a 5-year period appreciate 5% a year, and so the total appreciation will be $25,000 or a 25% return on my investment. Now, investor B decided to buy 5 homes with 20% down, so he got a $400,000 mortgage, and he put a $20,000 down payment for each one of his homes for a total of $100,000 in equity. Now, what the power of this is that his 5 homes also appreciate by 25%. And so what he is going to be making is 5 times $25,000, since each home appreciates by the same $25,000, his total appreciation is now $125,000 on the same $100,000 investment for a net return of 125%. So this right here can show you how leverage can significantly increase your financial returns from price appreciation. The difference between a 7.2% cap rate and a 12% cap rate is really not as huge as really when it comes to leverage and how price differentials can really juice your financial returns and really potentially make you a lot of money without lots of money to put in and invest. So not only is investor B getting the benefit of having appreciation on 5 homes, he also gets the benefit that his tenants are paying down his mortgage every month. And so the mortgage payment that over the 5 years, for the first 5 years, is going to be equal to $34,000 for the first 5 years in this example here. So that's another additional benefit that the investor is getting. The investor also has the ability to write off their interest payment as from their taxes, so it's going to reduce their taxes. That is really the main benefit. And so if you're looking to get started, again, one of the best ways for you to do so is to look at an FHA loan, which is 3.5% down. So you could buy a $200,000 duplex for $7,000 down. And so grow your nest egg and start with this, because if you just get your foot in the door, you'll be able to buy your first property, make a little cash flow, and start building equity. And everything in finance is a snowball. So you want to get that snowball started as soon as possible. If you're interested in real estate and learning more, please go ahead and check out my website below and the links below. I have some free courses as well as some paid ones if you're interested. And make sure you subscribe and keep watching my videos. I appreciate your time, and I hope that this can help you be a more successful real estate investor. Once again, my name is Noe, and I'll catch you in the next video.